I know y'all are like, it is not Friday. What the heck is Scuba doing on? I know. I usually don't come on midday, any day, but I got some vape mail in and I figured, you know, I need to build this stuff so I can try it before Friday because I'll probably have to redo it all on Friday anyway. So why not do it live, you know, so you guys can see it. What did I get in? Number one, I got the Ohmec by KindBright. It comes in this weird plastic tube. What's up, Aries? I got to say though, this thing, the machining seems to be pretty good, but the way they did the O-rings on it is really crappy. So if you do decide to buy one of these and you accidentally pull this ring off, good luck getting the O-ring back in there because it is just a pain in the butt. The first one I accidentally when I pulled it off, tried to put it back on, it snapped the O-ring. So now I got it back in there. It literally took me about 45 minutes to get it. My dog is wanting out. Are you kidding me? So I got it back together. So I got to build that. That's one thing that I got in. What else did we get in? I did get a clone of the Apocalypse RDA in here. This thing is all, oh, you're welcome, Dolores. This thing is not focusing, but there we go. All colorful and stuff. I haven't built this yet either. This does feel kind of cheapish. Be honest, it feels a little aluminy, you know. That's what, you did too, Steven? Awesome, awesome. Oh, here's the top of the Ohmec. I'll show y'all this a little bit better in a second. What else did I get in? I got the Bellus V2 from Ude. This is an authentic, so this is one thing that's an authentic. So here's the Bellus V2. And you know, any atomizer that has direct airflow to the coil interests me, so I had to have this one. Hold on a second. Let me let my dog out before he has a heart attack. Okay, you want to get the KindBright reload. Now, Shane, I'm not sure how the reload was. I got the KindBright Sherman RTA. Excellent, excellent clone. I cannot tell it from the real one at all. Now this, the Ohmec, I don't know how good the real one is, but I'm not going to say, this thing is kind of sharp at the top edge. The machining, like I said, is okay on it. The glass doesn't stay on very well when it's apart, but it's not supposed to be. I also got in the Kryten RDA. Now this thing, I'm gonna have to show this on the other camera. This is a glass RDA, so it's not like most of the ones you'll see out there. I've always gotten really good flavor out of glass RDA, so I got this bad boy here. Which I guess you could see it better if it wasn't in the glass. That's on there, man. Let me grab a mod so I can pop that glass off. You can see the deck better. Oops. There we go. Here's the deck. You would think that this came with a squonk pin, but it does not. So before y'all even ask, it does not come with a squonk pin. This is glass, so if you break this glass, you're out of luck unless you just get a regular cap to go on here. So I got to build this. That goes back in that box. But the first thing I want to work on is this Ohmec. And I already made some 3.5 millimeter coils, and I'm used to 3 millimeter coils, so this is kind of a bigger coil for me. I also got some drip tips in, which I thought were blue. Yeah, if I drop it, I'll break the glass. Well, I didn't. I dropped it on something soft. When I bought these drip tips, I thought they were blue, which they are on one side. They're purple on the other side. I'm like, okay, I didn't know it was a half and half, but yeah, you got your blue, your purple kind of pearl, and then your blue pearl. So it's the same. I bought two of them, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting blue drip tips or purple, depending on which way you're facing. I guess. Hey, Bunny, how you doing? I know all the people from the UK are like, holy moly, he's actually on and it's not midnight or 1 a.m. because I'm usually on. It is, isn't it? Aries. I was about to call you Achilles. Good Lord, because I saw the word acrylic. Achilles. That's a whole new deity right there. Achilles. Now the Ohmec has an interesting build deck because the positive pin is shared. Hey Roy, how's it going? Let me pour myself a Coke. Just a normal Coke. No spiking in this Coke. I'm great, Bonnie. I got a little bit of vape mail in, so I figured, hey, come on. I knew that nothing else was going on V. I was waiting until that show was over before I casted, so like I said, I don't like stepping on anybody's show's toes, so I try to do it when nobody else is on. Much better. So the build deck on this thing, Hercules goofy cousin twice removed. This does have some beefy flathead screws. I'm kind of digging that. And then your center post is right there. And then here's your wicking holes right here. You got vape mail too, JH? What'd you get today, bud? But like I said, this airflow ring, not only is it a weird design on how it shuts the airflow down, but if you accidentally knock this ring out, you're going to be in bad shape. Hey, Bam Bam. You don't want to knock that ring out. So I already made some fused Clapton wire, and I wrapped these 6 times. These are 26 gauge with 36 gauge wrap. Right there, which isn't going to focus worth a darn, but they look good. Hey, Cassie. Yeah, I'm trying to see how many people are on during the daytime instead of nighttime. Apparently only 35 of you, but that's fine. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to put this in here, find out where this center lead needs cut, and cut it right there. Then do the same thing with the other one. That way I don't have to go through and figure out, oh, where do I cut this one, and try to move stuff out of the way and everything. Let me grab my goggles so I can see what I'm doing. There's Karika. Hey, Karika. So we're going to throw this in here. You know, London was like, hey, unless you want to cast over here, but you know, I haven't cast on VUKN but once, and the only time I did that, my sound was messed up, which really was a bummer. And next thing I know, I wasn't a mod anymore, and I'm like, it's cool, you know, I'm cool with that. So, there we go. All right. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that this coil lines up with the airflow. So all you got to do is get it right to where the airflow is going to be even a little bit closer, because you can always pull on the coil to stretch this out a little bit. So I'll go in a little bit further than what I really want, and I'm going to cut that center lead. That's the main one. I got to get it cut out of there. Boom, just like that. And what you can do from that point is you can take any kind of dowel pin or whatever, slide this on here. And then I got to cut that same lead. Make sure you don't cut the wrong one. That same lead in the same spot. So I'm going to go right up here. Trying not to cut both leads. And cut it right there. There we go. So now we got 2 that's already pre-cut for the positive pin. I left the negative long because it's not going to matter, because it's going to come jetting out of the side here. Good time for us in the UK. It is, Mark. It is. UK party time. Now the good thing is I can go ahead and clamp down the negative post. I can't do the positive post because it's shared. I'm making this pop up so I can get it in there. There we go. So I'm just going to get this in here pretty close to where I need it, and then I'm going to grab my screwdriver and tighten this down. There we go. Had to find my screwdriver. Nice to know I'm not the only one that has coils going cockeyed. Oh, Dolores, that's like a thing, man. Cockeyed coils, I don't mind them going that way because Kenthal's very forgiving. You can twist and turn it however you need, see fit, till you get them straight. You just don't want them way off, because if you get them way off, you won't be able to straighten it back out without it looking decent. Not that I really care about looks. I only care about how it vapes. That's my main concern. That's sticking out a little bit. I need to cut that. I don't want it touching this coil or I'll have a short. and it didn't cut fully off. Get off of there. Make sure I'm still on camera. Okay. What's up, Mitch? Alright, we'll slide this lead in. And if I get both of these in and get the get it tightened down the way I want it, then we're in good shape. I got to get that lead way over there. There you go. That's where you need to go. Now I can tighten down everything. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten down my ground first and then come back and do the positive. And I'll have to straighten out the positive, the coils afterwards. Boom. Now we can straighten out the coil. Let's cut the spare leads off now. I'm starting to see stuff now. Man, my vision must really be getting out there. There we go. So that don't look too bad so far. I may bring this one down just a hair. You don't want to be too far off the airflow. So if you get way up off the airflow, it's probably going to taste a little dry or burnt to you. So you want to be down close to the airflow, but definitely not touching. And you want them even. So you want both coils to be even from each other. There we go. Now 3.5 millimeter is going to take a little bit more wicking than I normally use, so I'm going to have to just kind of judge it and hope that I'm right. But it also has to fit in these little holes, which really changes issues a little bit. There's that one. There's that one. That ought to be plenty of cotton. These are almost an inch wide for 3.5 mil. I think this is almost a 4 mil size wick. I'm pulling off the outside layers. I don't use those. Poor Vic. He did sound better today, though. He's sickly right now. That's all it is to it. Yeah, this fits just fine. This is actually perfect, wicking wise. Now, if this leaks all over the place, then I'll know I didn't put enough wick. But yeah, Dolores, I'm interested to see how well this thing vapes. I'm really interested in this. And you don't need a lot of wick in this. You're basically just going down into this hole. You don't even have to fill this all the way up. As long as this top hole is full, you're in good shape. So we're going to kind of judge this, which I always go right against the base of the atomizer on these style. Right up against the base and cut it. That's usually enough, and it's probably in some cases too much, so I may cut some more of it off, but that's a good base to start from. What am I building? This is the Ohmec RTA. This is the I'm sorry, this is the clone of the Ohmec RTA. I don't want to say this is the real Ohmec because I'd be lying to you. This one is KindBright's version. So that went in really easy. So as you can see right here, the top is completely full of wick, and I just kind of got it barely down in here so that it can soak it up. Les wants to talk to me. Well, damn it, Aries. All right, well, I'll talk to Les. Let me know when you're reading chat. I'm reading chat right now, Les. Go ahead. Bye-bye, Fats. Well, what are y'all talking about? Mr. Stuba, we can revisit the whole casting mod quite easily now. The main problem has vanished. The main problem? Wow. Okay, Les, that's good to know. Yes, this is a RTA, Dolores, but good guess. And you actually spelled it right for the most part. I don't think it has an H on it, but Ohmec is correct. I'm going to see the way they spelled it on the box, even though this is a clone box, so you can't judge that very much. There we go. Let's see what they got written on the box. Yeah, no H. Ohmec. There you go. Made in China, like everything else in this world is, pretty much. I mean, there's some USA made stuff, but a lot of it's US designed and made in China. So don't think all this stuff that says USA on it is strictly made in the US, because you'll get a lot of stuff that maybe the inventor was from the US, but 9 times out of 10 they have it made in China, and to be honest, it's cheaper. That's why they source all that stuff out to China, because they can have it made a lot cheaper. That way you're not paying $150 for RDA. Just there's no cheap labor, no cheap labor in the US. Okay, some from Taiwan. Yeah, you're right, Aries. We don't even go with the Taiwan. It's mainly China. Alright, let's get the other side wicked up. I don't even know what juice I'm going to put in here yet. I think this one's a little bit long. Not very long, just a little, just a hair long. Let's cut just a little bit of that off. There we go. You'd be surprised what a little difference can make. If you put too much cotton in these holes, it will dry hit like a son of a gun on you, and you'll be like, I don't understand. I got the wicking in there right. If you're having to stuff these holes, like really push the cotton in there to stuff it, you got too much cotton. If it just falls right in there, you probably don't have, hello Munchkin, you probably don't have enough cotton in there. Labor intensive items are done in Vietnam, lower wages there. Oh, I got you. And Malaysia and everywhere else that I don't keep track of. Alright. See if we can get this cotton back in there. Alrighty. And that's just about where I want it. This one don't really have enough wick down in the hole that I prefer, but I can fix that. There we go. I don't need any wick cutting in between channels. There we go. I did not pre-fire these coils, which makes me a complete dummy, but that's alright. Usually they fire pretty good to start off with anyway. You know what? I'm going to try this Cloud Chemist Milky Frosted Corn Cereal. How about that? I shouldn't have put my coils together like that. What are we ohming out? 0.23 right now, which I know that's going to come up because these are bigger coils with the same amount of wraps. So what, 0.25-ish, maybe a little more? I can get these coils firing evenly. That's not a big deal. Because you can, if you don't pre-fire them like everybody else does, which I usually do, but I got ahead of myself, you can go back and check and make sure that they're putting out vapor at the same time equally. Then you're in pretty good shape. And just look for hot spots. Wow, that really does smell like a sugar cereal, cornflakes. Haven't vaped this one yet. I've only tried it on my finger. I don't think I've actually vaped this yet. I'm just getting plenty up on there. That way when I go to fire this, then strum it a little bit. Alright, we're going to double check these. I think this one's firing a little slower. That's pretty good right there. Let's just make double sure. Oh yeah, that's same time right there. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I'm going to go back and double check for tightness on all my post screws. They're still really tight, which they're holding on good. So as you can see, these are both putting off vapor evenly. That's what you want. You don't want... You know what else I've noticed about this tank? And I don't know if the authentic Ohmec is the same way. You cannot open the top without taking the drip tip off. So if you unscrew this, it's just going to sit there. You have to take the drip tip off. Let's put the glass on the bottom section first. That's threading on okay. There is no juice flow control, so I got to take the drip tip off or I can't open the top section. So there we go. Now I can unscrew the top. Then I'm going to make double sure that this tank is on tight. Oh yeah, that's on there. There we go. Let's turn it off of fire and then we're going to fill this up. This is supposed to hold 7 mils of juice. I think it's 6 or 7. I can't remember exactly. I think it's 7. It is a pretty big tank. I think it's 28 millimeter. We are going to measure it and find out for sure. Okay, that's pretty full right there. Where's my calipers at? All right, let's see what we got. 30 millimeter? Okay, this is a 30 millimeter tank. I apologize. That's 30 millimeter all day long. I thought the Ohmec was 28. I didn't pay attention. Okay, there, she's all put back together. What are we gonna fire it on? Let's take the G class. Let's do that. Hopefully it's got batteries in it. It does. Because the G class and the 30 millimeter tank. Hey Ruben, how you doing? So we're gonna throw this Ohmec KindBright clone on top of here. I love the way 30 millimeter tanks fit so good on top of the G class. Look at that. Just freaking fantastic. Oh, this also comes with a Ultim tank. I didn't show y'all that, but right there is the Ultim tank. If you want to go, you know, if you like Ultim, you can put that on there if you'd like. I prefer glass. You can see through it a lot better, and I really don't see the need for that. Now, if it was Ultim up here or something, I can understand that, but not. There, that's better. I got the drip tip all the way in. Why is this turning off and on? My batteries are not in there really tight. Yep, that's what I thought. I barely moved the battery door and it rebooted. I can fix that in a little bit. There we go. 80 watts. That seems good. What are we ohming out at? 0.23 still. Wow, it didn't even change. That's crazy. All right, let's go back to the main camera. Tighten it up a little more. Not bad on airflow. This is not what I would call a full wide open airflow like a TFV12 or something. But it's decent airflow. Wow. That's actually not bad. I've already said hi to you like 3 times. Munchkin. Damn. Hey, William. I am vaping it right now, fictitious character. That's the one I built first. So we're going to see if it leaks, and I don't think I have any leaks going on right now. Not any leaks, so that's good. The only thing I'm getting right off the bat is a little bit of taste of cotton, but that's because I didn't burn it in very good before I started vaping. Good Lord, clouding up the room in here. This is definitely a cloud machine. And if this truly holds 7 mils of juice, that's actually not bad considering how wide that chimney is. It looks like you have no room for juice, but since it tapers off, it's not bad. This is getting better with every vape. So the only other one I'm really interested is the Bellus V2. I gotta build that because, you know, I'm real partial to direct airflow tanks. This is not direct airflow. The Bellus V2 is, the Aromomizer Plus is, the Boreas is. All those are direct airflow, and usually I get my best flavor out of those. They did make some improvements on the V2 compared to the V1. The airflow actually has a stopper. I don't believe the V1 did. You could just spin the airflow. So they changed that. The build deck is pretty similar, but we're going to dive into the Bellus V2 next. Vaping Daves, how's it going? Alright, so here's the Bellus V2 from Ude. Brand new in the box. They also include a little stopper, I think, so you can do single coil, or is that just O-rings? No, that's O-rings. Never mind. I thought it was a single coil type dealy situation, but nope. Just O-rings. Spare glass. Tank. I wonder if there's anything under here. Oh, they gave me an Allen wrench. Isn't that nice? And what do we got? Unification of design. Blah, 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 blah. Warranty terms, that's a warranty card. Instructions. Did y'all get all that? Alright, that's how you fill it, and so on and so forth. Back side, it's probably another language. Yeah, can't read that. So that's the whole instruction book. I like the Charon's instruction book. It looks actually really detailed, colorful. They did a good job on that, the Smoant Charon. Let's close this back up. I don't need this anymore. I try to keep all my spare parts in the box that they come with, because if you ever get to a situation where you go, oh man, I broke the glass on my tank. Where is that glass? I keep it in the box, that way I can go, oh, this is the Bellus 2, which this one is not labeled anywhere to tell me that, so that kind of blows. So I keep it inside the cardboard box. Then I know where it is. So I just find this box and I go, there's my glass tank, because I got so many. Now, if you only have 4 or 5, obviously you'll be able to find it. When you have too many, like I do, you got to keep them separated somehow. So that's the way I do it. I keep them in their box. 9 times out of 10 anyway. Sometimes I screw up. So here's the Bellus V2. I have 100 and I know what I'm doing. Right, William, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. Like I said, I learn something new every day. Designed by you, blah, blah, blah. No serial number or nothing on this. This has the same design similar to like the Boreas and the Aromomizer. You take this bottom ring off. Boom, ring comes off, then you pop the whole deck out. Here's the deck, which might focus. Focus. There we go. So your wick just lays down in these channels here. The good thing is they made the bottom screws from the side and the top post are from the top, which is pretty cool. Pretty neat design. Back and alive. Well, that's good, Aries. So let's pop these open here. I'm going to try to grab some. Good Lord, they tighten these things. Alright. If that was my son, I know he didn't call me Pop. Hi. Someone wanted your attention. Yes, son. I'm busy right now. Alright, let's get these open. He never needs me until I'm doing something. From where? Obama? Yeah, Obama's going to give you a soda. There we go. All these are open now. So The good thing about this is the deck already has the 510 built on it, so you can throw it on top of whatever you're using to coil stuff with, and boom, you're good to go. So, that is not a soda. Wow. Is there a Zoom room that is public to hang out and talk that you know of? New to this whole Zoom room thing. Mitch, there is a Zoom. I know Fagan always has a Zoom room that's kind of open. Whether or not you find people in there is a good question. You may or may not find people in that room. They're not always there. I used to do it a lot. I haven't been in Zoom in a while. So here's the top fill. We're going to get to that in a second. I got to put some coils on there first. Hopefully I have enough wire here. I didn't make a heck of a lot of fused Kryten wire today because I was in a rush, but I got some pieces here, and hopefully these will suffice for what I need. I need to take and put my 3mm post back in here. I'm not putting 3.5mm coils in that one. So let's step it down to 3mm on the coil master. Boom, 3mm, 3mm. We're good to go. Yeah, Zoom for the most part is free, but you know, if you want to have a lot of people in the room and so on and so forth, then yeah, it costs money then. It's like $14.95 a month or something like that. There's 4 wraps, 5 wraps, and 6 wraps right there. I'm gonna have enough wire. Look at there, I got just enough. I may not be able to do another RDA, but we can get this one done. There's one coil. Let's grab another piece of fused Kryten here. That's the second wrap, third wrap, 4, 5, and 6 right there. Very easy to do with Kryten wire. They're thick. You can pretty much just go at it, and you don't have to worry about them miswrapping or anything. Oops, I cut that a little off. There we go. So we're going to go bottom left, top right, because I wrap my coils clockwise. If you wrap them counterclockwise, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to do top left, bottom right. That should fit right in there. I got that screw open high enough, don't I? No, I don't. I think you get it up high enough, but no. A little bit more. There we go. Alright, I'm trying to look up at chat. 8Vape has IPV for $19.99. That's a good deal. $19.99, there you go, William. That's not a bad deal. Oh, that lines up really easily. So the top one I have to tighten from the top, and then the bottom one I'm going to tighten from the side, and everybody's going to be happy. Crank that one down. Spin this around, straighten my lead back out. Still on camera a little bit. Alright, good. I don't normally use this. I normally use my hex drivers, but since it was readily available in the box, why not? There, that one's tight. Now we can cut off the spare leads. There we go. Let's straighten this up a little bit. The good thing about the Aura RDA is it comes with these nice build rods. I mean, you can get in here and really straighten things out. I like that. Boom. That one's straight now. And my other coil is stuck. That's a good thing about the 521 Plus tab. You can just stick your coils on the side because it's magnetic. Alright, let's see if we can get this one in here now. Bottom left, top right. There we go. Very easy. Slid right in there. No issues. I hope that this has good flavor. I mean, the first Bellus wasn't all that for me. It just wasn't. I don't know if it was because it seemed like it leaked so much, or just the way they designed the airflow, and why they kept the same airflow, I have no idea. With 8 million holes instead of just, you know, 1 or 2 big airflow holes would have been fine, but no, let's put a whole bunch of them. Whatever. There we go. That's nice and tight now. I do see one piece of Kanthal that's just kind of hanging out in the middle of my deck there, and that's got to go. Where's my needle nose? Or my tweezers? I see what happened when I cut one of the leads off. It left a stray wire. That little stray wire can cause you to dead short. Make sure I got it. There it is. See that wire right there? I don't know if y'all can. There it is. Y'all can see that wire? That right there is enough to cause a dead short. So I'm going to cut it. Now, in all fairness, what would probably happen is it would burn off. It would, as soon as you hit the fire button, it would burn off. Just done. But to be on the safe side, you don't want that. Let's cut that one, and one more to cut. Make sure no Kanthal falls down in your deck section, because you don't want to be vaping that. Alright, now we got to break these coils in. I'm going to do that this time instead of... So right now I'm showing 0.20. 0.20. For the people that say you can't read the 521 Plus tab, there you go. You can read it. It's definitely not the brightest in the world, but you can read it. Now I'm in fire mode. It turns red. When you're reading the ohms, it's blue. When you want to go to fire, it'll still show you the ohms, but you also have this fire section down here. So let's fire these up and get them glowing evenly. And once I get those to burn in good like that, go back, retighten all my leads, because they always loosen up just a hair, it seems like. Well, it didn't on that Ohmec, but that thing's got some big old beefy screws too. There we go. And we're going to check it again. There we go. Firing from the center out, nice and red. I like that. Hey, timekeeper, how's it going? Sorry if I screwed up y'all's daily schedule. Like, what the heck is Scuba doing on? I know. Alright. Grab me a couple pieces of wicking. Turn this off so I don't accidentally fire it. It's really easy when you're in here wicking, if you have it in fire mode, to accidentally push this down and burn the crap out of yourself. So make sure to turn it off. You don't want to be burning yourself with that wick, with the Coil Master. So your wick should be able to slide. It should be tight, but it should be able to slide back and forth. That's what you want. If it's too loose, if it just loosely slides back and forth, you may get away with that for a little while, but what's going to happen as soon as that cotton starts to break down just a little bit, it's going to start dry hitting on you. You're going to get, or you're going to get bad leaking. Actually, is probably what first thing you'll notice. Why is my RTA leaking all over the place? Well, there you go. Now this is another one that only needs enough wick to come down and touch the deck. So as I'm building, there you go, JH, that's a good way to do it. So I'm cutting this basically to the line on the Coil Master here, which is probably still too much, like I said, but I can judge. Yeah, we need to go way back. This thing, I'm going to go right up against the RDA and cut it. And then we're going to do some fluffing out, because I need to make sure this thing is going to wick good. And I also don't need that much wick, so this kind of helps with that. It thins it out a little bit. There we go. Now, if you sit here and try to slam these down into this thing, you're probably going to be there all day. So the best thing to do is go ahead and get it wet with whatever juice you're going to be vaping. We're going to try some toasted from 9 South or South 9. I think it's 9 South, right? Right. Let me make sure. Let me shake this up. There we go. Once I get this wet, I'm able to, you know, manipulate the cotton a little bit more. There we go. Firing very evenly off both sides. Scuba acts like he knows what he's doing. T-Bolt, I don't have a clue. This is my first time. Yeah, this is the Bellus V2 timekeeper. So let's see if we can get this cotton just kind of lay in there. And as you can see, I'm just laying this in there. Laying this in on the side here. And if it's too long, if it's going past your deck, cut some of it off. You don't want too much. Like this one has a little too much, especially over here in this corner, so I'm going to cut that off. That's the beauty of this. You can, you know, get it all right before you put it back together. Then you won't have issues later on. I mean, but the good thing about this Bellus is you can take it apart and work on your build deck after you put it together. So if it's too much, it's not the end of the world. You can go back in there and adjust it. So I know if I start getting dry hits, then I need a little less wick. I'd rather start off with too much than not enough, because if you go with not enough, you're going to have juice all over the damn place. You don't want that. I'm spewing juice out. This cotton is packed with juice right now. Okay, there we go. So now on the Bellus at the bottom, you'll see these notches right here. See the notch and that notch? What that does is make sure that your coils line up with your airflow. Because if it was just any kind of circular pattern, you could throw this on here and your airflow could be over here somewhere and it would never line up. So they do this on purpose to make sure that your airflow will line up with your coils. So you find the notches on the build deck itself, which is right there. And then I'm going to slide this down nice and neat, make sure that doesn't catch when I'm putting it in there. I'm going to unscrew this so I can get to it better. And then double check your ohms before you go any further. Make sure I got this in there. There we go. So that lined right in there. Now you can see where that notch is caught inside that hole. I'll take this ring and screw this on here. Then we're going to go back and check the ohms and make sure that why does this cover come off all the time? Good Lord. Drive me up the wall. I need better magnets for my cover. Alright. Now, let me wipe this off because I got juice everywhere playing around with it. Turn that off so I don't fire it by accident. We're going to double check the ohms to make sure it's not shorting out. So we're at 0.22, which means I'm in good shape. That's exactly where it should be. So now we can fill it. And there is no juice flow control that I saw, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn the airflow all the way off. If I can grab a hold of it. Good Lord. How hard did they make this airflow to turn? Now, by God, I know I turned this before. Oh, I got you. When you lock this bottom ring down, you can't turn your airflow anymore. You cannot move this. Look at that. It's not going anywhere. Oh, wait, there it goes. Really? Well, it wouldn't move. Now it is. Okay, I guess it was stuck. Brand new stuff, you know. Yeah, usually it, the 5-hour difference really does keep people from being able to see my show. I apologize, but, you know, I got to come on when I can. So let's fill this tank up now that I got the airflow closed. This is not made for this big old giant fill port I got, but I'm trying. I'm going to have to look and see how many mils this holds. I would assume it's 5. Okay, that's pretty full right there. I'm going to do the whole upside down thing. Make sure the air gets pushed to the bottom and then open the airflow. Wow, that just made a big giant air bubble when I did that. There we go. And what are we going to use to vape with it? Is my Eclipse got good batteries? My Eclipse has no batteries in it right now. Okay. How about the Voopoo Drag? It's dead. Wow. The R150? Why did it say check battery just then? Oh, check atomizer. That'll work. I can deal with check atomizer. Yes, new coil. So we're showing 0.24, 75 watts. 0.22 now. 0.22. That'll work. Take off my... Let's see if this thing vapes worth a damn. That's what concerns me. Let me try the airflow. Not bad airflow. I got it all the way open. Slightly restricted, not wide open. It's a slightly restricted lung hit, but it's still pretty good airflow. Like I said, I won't compare it to like a TFV12 or something, but that's not bad. The center block is centered bottom airflow, right? Yes, yes, Aries, it is. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a new coil, whatever. Wow. I'll tell you right now, this Bellus is better than the version 1. This definitely gives me better flavor than the version 1. Damn. I like that. Let's see what these specs on this thing were. Whoa. Not without goggles, you ain't. Capacity 5 mil. Maximum nozzle width is 3.5 millimeter. Really? That's 3.5 millimeter? You could have fooled me. Hold on a minute. Where's my freaking 3.5 millimeter, huh? Okay, that must mean they must be talking about something else, because I got an inside diameter on the drip tip at 8 millimeters. And the tank itself is 25, I'm getting, yeah, 25 millimeter. So it's a 25 millimeter tank. What else do we got on here? Warranty card, cap, top cap, tank, atomizer, blah, blah, blah. Locking ring. Well, no wonder it says locking ring, because it damn sure tried to lock it. Comes with 2 different caps. Which one comes with 2 different caps? This thing is asking me, is it a new coil again? This is something I'm having. I think I got some juice on my 510 and it's disconnecting it from the mod every once in a while. So I need to clean out my 510 with some alcohol. Get the Bushido 2 RDA. If it's a dripper, JH, it's going to have to be something really different. If it's a way different RDA, then yeah, I may do something like that. I don't like buying stuff that's just, you know, oh, there's another RDA. Now, if it's a RDA that has a completely different build deck, different airflow, stuff like the mesh RDA, which I don't know about that yet. I haven't vaped it honestly enough to give a decent opinion. It is. Is there any issue with the top cap threads on the clone? Okay. Fictitious character. Well, you probably missed the beginning of the show. I'll tell you what problems I have with the Ohmec so far. Damn it. The Bellus V2 is working really good. Alright, the Ohmec V2. I mean, yeah, the Ohmec, not V2, just the Ohmec. Let me show you the first thing that I had an issue with on the KindBright. KindBright usually makes really good clones. If you're trying to take the bottom off and you accidentally pop this airflow ring off, you're going to have an issue because there's an O-ring in here that is freaking impossible to get back in there. It took me 45 minutes. My first O-ring snapped. So there's the first O-ring. Now, it wouldn't have done that unless I pulled this off. So when you pull this off, the O-ring kind of sits in a channel inside this ring. So when you try to put it back on, the O-ring tries to pop out this side, pop out this side. It's a pain in the butt. So if you do get this, do not pull this airflow ring off. I'll tell you that. So if you have trouble getting the bottom off, stick a screwdriver or something in here and turn the whole thing instead of trying to pull this off by accident, because you will be really mad if you pull this off. Now, this 510 pin protrudes like a son of a gun. I honestly think this would work fine on a hybrid. I mean, you can see that, Aries. Look how far that 510 pin, that's way out there. Way out there. So this ought to work fine on the hybrid. The top, now, as far as the top goes, the O-rings on the authentic are junk too. Okay. Now the top, I don't know how the top is on the authentic Ohmec, but I cannot take this top cap off unless you take the O-ring off. I mean the O-ring. If you don't take the drip tip out, you can't take the top off. So you pop the drip tip out, and then you unscrew this, and the O-ring falls out. Are you shitting me right now? Okay, there we go. O-ring's back in there. But as far as the threading goes, it's definitely not the best threading, but it's not bad. I mean, that locks down pretty good. It's getting smoother. It is brand new. I haven't really taken this thing. I washed out the rest. I don't think I washed out where... Okay. JH, we'll watch you in a little bit, bud. So, other than that, though, I mean, it's vaping great. The airflow seems good on it. I didn't have any problems out of the build deck. The build deck itself was built really good on this. Like I said, the main issues I've had on this is that O-ring, and apparently the top O-ring. It popped out when I took the top cap off. That don't normally happen. It's the first time I saw that, but I've only had it, what, an hour? So, you know. E-Sickety 1799. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Wake RTA. I have to reshoot. Oh, you lost all your original footage. That sucks, Aries. That sucks. But yeah, it looks like a good tank. This also comes... Let me show you this fictitious character. This is the box you'll get if you get the KindBright version. So it also comes with the Ultim tank. So if you didn't see that earlier... In case you want to change out the glass tank, you can put the Ultim tank on there. And these are $20.99 at 3F Vape, and they're the 24-hour shipping. So that means when you order it, they ship it within 24 hours. I don't mean you're going to get it in 24 hours, but they ship it out within 24 hours, usually. Unless they go, oh, we had the back stock or some lie that they tell you. But I'm not getting any leaks out of the tank whatsoever. I have 3.5 millimeter coils in here, fictitious character. 3.5 millimeter coils, 6 wrap, dual fuse Clapton, 26 gauge with 36 gauge wrap on there. Vaping really good, actually. The more I vape this, the better it gets, because it's kind of still breaking in the cotton. This cotton's brand new. I didn't fire it a lot before I put the top. Most of my RTAs, when I build them, I like to fire the cotton a good bit before I put it inside, because it seems like it takes forever for the cotton to break in. If you go ahead and put the tank back together, it takes a lot longer for it to break in. So I break it in while it's on my ohm meter. I break it in then, really good with juice. Then I put it in there, I don't get any cotton taste whatsoever. So I'll usually spend a little extra time building, breaking in the coil, then go with it. Fictitious, I don't see why you shouldn't. Just be very careful with that bottom airflow ring. That's all I got to warn you about. The bottom airflow ring, be careful on that. Other than that, seems like a decent RTA. I mean, really, for what you're paying, 20 bucks. Shoot. You have the authentic though, so I don't know how much better or worse the authentic is, so I couldn't tell you. I don't have the authentic Ohmec, and the main reason because it was so expensive, and I didn't know how good they were. I like getting a clone of something for that way I don't have to go, oh man, I don't, you know. Yeah, 3F vape. I don't know about Fast Tech. If Fast Tech, you know, I think they were $20.99 at 3F vape. So $20.84 is a few cents cheaper, but it's definitely got the room. I don't think it came with any instructions or anything like that in here. Nothing. It does come with spare O-rings, thank God, because I've already broke one. You get one spare O-ring for that bottom piece, and that's the one that would break. Exactly, Big Omi. I don't doubt that. You know, there's a lot of companies that do that say it's made here and half of it's made in China. Maybe the one through E6 City is a clone. I don't know, Dolores. Usually you can just go by price. If it's way cheaper than what it's supposed to be, it's usually a clone. The Ohmec, I think, is like a $95 tank, so yes, this is definitely a clone. I mean, you can tell. I don't think the real Ohmec comes in this kind of box. I could be wrong. I don't think the real Ohmec comes in a tube like this. Just like when I got the authentic U'd, I mean, it came in this. Now, the Sherman RTA, when I got it, it came in a really nice box. I was like, wow, is this even a clone? I couldn't tell the difference. So, it may appear to be a clone, but right now I'm not getting any dry hits from it. It's vaping really good flavor off this too. It might be starting to dry hit. That's why when you first build this, you got to check it. I don't see any air bubbles coming up. I always look for the air bubbles to let me know that it's weakened good. I may have got a little bit. Oh, it comes packaged like the Sherman. Well, this didn't come in that round. Now the Sherman that I got, I don't know if I have the original. Yeah, I do. Well, no, that's a real Sherman. Never mind. I don't know where the Sherman clone box is, but I got a real Sherman RDA. That's real though. Yeah, whatever's appealing, that's what they're going to try to do to make you buy it. Wow, did I ever build this? I guess I did, because it's not in its case. So the Bellus, let's make sure the Bellus is right. I may have to take this Ohmec back apart, unfortunately, and fix the wicking. I think it needs a little less wick. It's close. It's trying to keep up, but like I said, I don't see air bubbles coming up. Oh, I see them now. Look at the little bit. Look at the air bubbles. But that's because I shook it. It should be coming from those giant holes where the wicking is. It's just a slight dryness to the vape. Just a slight bit. I can taste that. I don't know. I'm sure Aries can too. You can vape stuff and you go, it's a little dry. Just a little. And that's what I'm getting. The Bellus hasn't done that yet, but we're going to find out. If you order the KindBright Sherman RTAs are freaking off the chain fictitious. I think they're identical to the authentic. They are really good. I vape mine all the time wherever I put it. I vape mine all the time. It's over there somewhere. But I do. I just took it off because I got so much new stuff in. I got to vape it. And I've been vaping the Modfather a lot. But lately, well, I got the TFV12 in. This has got the rebuildable section on it. This big old bright V-Fang thing. The Aura is a good tank. And this is definitely, you can tell that the Apocalypse is a clone. This feels light as a feather. Very, very light. I'm almost afraid to build this because of how light it is. It's probably going to be one of those that heat up really quick. Obviously, it's not going to burn your lips because it's got this nice big drip tip on there. But to me, I'm like, this is probably going to... Let me see how good these green drip tips fit. Holy moly. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, there's one issue. Let's see this right here. Let's go to the build cam. So I took this drip tip out, which should be a goon style drip tip, right? And these goon style drip tips I bought from 3F Vape is not fitting. If it does fit, I'd have to force it. Now, I could take a goon and try and shove it in there. Let's try something else that takes a goon tip. Maybe the dead rabbit. Son of a gun. They don't even fit. Are you kidding me? They don't even fit. Wow. So whatever they did when they made these drip tips that I bought, they don't fit. Wait, this goes, hold on, I'm messing up. This goes back on the dead rabbit. This one goes on here. It's not a standard 810. Yeah, well, Aries, I was hoping it would be, but it's not. It won't fit. That sucks. Let's see what the build deck looks like on the Apocalypse clone. Very, very shiny. Have I tried? I have not T-Bolt. They do look nice. I haven't tried them. Yeah, I could sand it down some, Big Omi, but you know, shouldn't have to. These are some cool looking screws. The screws are actually purple. I'm pretty sure that's showing up on camera that they're purple. They are very purple. Get the grinder out. I know, right? Grind it down. Or should I build this thing, the Kryten that's glass? I've always got really good flavor off of it may, you know what, Aries? You're probably right. This finish is probably going to come right off. Matter of fact, on the inside, look at that. What are them two dots from? I mean, I think it's all going to turn gold. I think the original finish on this is gold. So this whole thing, all this blue is going to come off. This is a clone of the Apocalypse RDA, Stu. It was like $9 or $10 or something like that. Really cheap. even though this isn't focusing worth a darn. Every time it goes into focus on these letters, it's like, no, it can't do it. They didn't do a bad job on the etching. It does not like the apocalypse letters. I can look at anything else and it'll focus. Focus. And when I go around to these letters, let's see if it's going to stay. I'm going to go nice and slow. That's pretty good there. Yeah, it looks okay. It does feel a little thin, Stu. This feels very thin, and it's obviously aluminum. I can feel that this is aluminum. I mean, it's that light. What coils do I have that, you know what? I got some tricore fuse clapped, and we got some that I already have, so I don't have to really build, so we can try that. I like when I have pre-made coils, I can just throw them in there and be done with it. These are 2.5 millimeter though. I hate that. Hopefully I'm getting a Skynet from Coilmaster, which has all kinds of coils in it. We'll see what all's in there and how good it is. I know there's lots of reviewers that's already shown it, but I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't really looked at them, those reviews. See, I want that right about there. Just lining it up and cutting it at the same spot. There we go. Now getting both of these in here might be a chore. Oops. Stop dropping it, Scuba. What's wrong with you? I do like the fact that that popped up for me. I didn't have to turn it upside down. There we go. These are a little tight. Something I don't like about two posters. Really? I just knocked the other coil out. You could always build this upside down, you know. Oh, these are reversed. These are counterclockwise. Open. Alright, that one ought to stay now. Maybe I can get these on the outside. Nope. Same time, man, same time. There we go. Those look janky. This coil would have been better off being spaced, actually. Let's see what we got ohm-wise. 0.10. This has got to be stainless steel. Trying to adjust these to where they fire at the same time, and they're not doing that yet. Of course, that other coil is a lot tighter. There we go. Still got a couple of hot spots. There we go. One little hot spot right there. Get off of there. There we go. All done. Now we just have to let it cool down for a second. Throw some cotton in there. I don't have big hopes on this RDA, but it does. It looks like it's going to have really good airflow because it's got some giant airflow holes. .5mm, I'm going to use a little less cotton. Don't need a whole heck of a lot for that. Let me vape the Ohmec some more, make sure it's still vaping good. Oh, that's way better now. Let that cotton break in a little bit. Even if it's a little dry, you know, as that cotton gets soaked in really good, it's going to lose a little bit of its puffiness. And then it ought to start vaping good. If it's just a little bit, which mine was, just a little bit dry. Let me turn that back off so I don't burn it. There we go. One side's in. There we go. Cutters. I don't use an excessive amount of cotton in drippers. I mean, if I know I'm going to be dripping in it a lot, there's no reason to overwick this thing. And if it doesn't have a giant juice well, this one's got a pretty good juice well actually. Get all the fluffies out so you don't inhale that stuff. Alright, there we go. And what juice am I going to try? Oh, I know. The fireworks. Aries has been praising the fireworks, so I got to try some fireworks on a dripper. Yeah! Cloud9 fireworks. Alright, let me get finished with this here. Let's see how well this thing vapes up. 0.10. Ooh, that fires pretty quick, even at 0.10. What we got on-wise? 0.13 is what it's showing now. Which tells me, hey, maybe it is stainless steel. because the ohms are changing on it. 9 South Fireworks. Yes, that is exactly what it is. Thanks, Aries. 9 South Fireworks. It's actually the only bomb pop that I've tried that actually tastes like a damn bomb pop. If you're familiar with bomb pops. In the US, for the people in the UK, it's a frozen popsicle, red, white, and blue, which is basically cherry, lime, and raspberry, I think it is, or blueberry. It's one of them two. It's that kind of popsicle. Nichrome 80. Oh, let's see. Maybe it'll tell me. Duh. This is Nichrome 80. Dolores, you are correct. This is Nichrome 80. I didn't look. If I'd have just looked. I didn't pay attention. Oh, that's right. These came from JH. He would know. It is really good, Aries. I don't know why this fireworks, I don't know how they got this so good, but it came out to be really good. Alright, that ought to do it. Let's throw my top cap back on there. I got the airflow all the way open. You can turn the airflow down on this thing. I may have to readjust that airflow now that it feels like it's spun around on me. I don't know how well this matches this mod, but that's alright. We're just testing. Yeah, that's way off. I'm at the post. Now I can see my coil. I don't know if y'all can see that, but my coil is right there by the airflow. Literally, it's just because of the way the light is, but if I get it just right, there's the coil right there, and there's the coil right there on that one. So it's right on that, right on the coils. Let's see how well 75 watts does. Yes, this is a new coil. 0.15 is what I got showing on this. See if it's got enough power to fire it. What's up, Milo? Wow, man. You got to be prepared when you go to vape that bomb pop, because that is really a bomb pop. That's bomb pop diggity right there. Wow. That is actually not a bad vape. I'm impressed with that little RDA. That's pretty damn good. I guess if I had the real apocalypse, I know. Oh my gosh, Aries, that is some good stuff, that fireworks. Wow. I don't think I've had it on a dripper yet. Just by itself, no other wicking, nothing on there. Pull them up just a tad. So you're saying don't make them even with the airflow, pull them up a little bit? William, I don't know how I can get any better than it is, but if you say so. Right now that flavor is kicking, man. It is it is kicking hard. I wonder how many hits I can get before I have to re-wick it. Man. Oh. It can get better, huh? That's how high they are now. So you say go a little bit higher than that, even. I'm going to raise them up a little bit. That one's raised up. Now they're up that high. Let's see if that makes any difference. I gotta be fair to it. Let me put some more juice on it. Where'd my juice go? Wow, I hid it from myself. Alright. I think it's just getting low on juice. Now let's see. I do not have an Admiral or a broadside Mitch. And the main reason is this. I don't do a lot of mech mods. I do have some. I have a hybrid that I got from JH. And I just don't do a lot of mechs. I do have a few. I got a lot of old ones. But as far as new ones go, I haven't bought a lot of new mechanical mods, I should say. I gotta be honest with you, the flavor was better when it was a little bit lower. The flavor has definitely went down a notch for me. Let me go back down just a hair. I mean, there must be that perfect spot where the flavor is just king on this thing. There we go. That's it right there. Dead even with the airflow, it's like perfect. You have the broadside and the Admiral. Yeah, TC's got all kinds of mech mods, guys. Y'all want to see any mech mods, go over to TC's channel. He's got like all kinds of mech mods and does juice reviews and all kinds of stuff. Purge Karma. Oh. He didn't have a real purge. Oh. Best button ever. This, yeah, Dolores, this is the clone of the Apocalypse. Oh, the one you were getting was real, Aries? Wow. You're welcome, TC. The Boreas tank, obviously. This is on the Helve mod, which, if y'all go back any at all, y'all remember Asmodus made these back in the day. I got 2 of these. I dropped it the other day, so now it has a nice mark on the bottom. But I have another one, so it don't matter. And I even got the holster for this thing. So this is like, you know, straight up gun holster. Slides down in there, then you can cover over the top of it. And then you can put your juice bottle over here and strap it to your belt. And you can still fire it. Just like that. So this is cool. I mean, like if you need something quick to carry around a vape meat, you flip that open, yank this out, get your vape on, put it back in there. I just haven't had need for anything like that. I mean, I haven't even vaped this in forever. This does 120 watts. It's dual 18650, 120 watt Asmodus mod. Oh, wow. So it was real, Aries? Yeah. Oh. It's telling me that a video got posted to VUKN. Yeah. A lot of the buttons on some of the mech mods I could care less about. Some of them are really good. It's just my thing with mech mods, and don't get me wrong, when mech mods have a fresh battery in there, I don't think you can beat the vape you get from it. It's really good. But as the battery dies out, I'm like, is this what this is supposed to be? And then you're like, oh man, it's got a dead battery, and you throw another battery in there, and it's like, man, you just want a mech mod that gives you all that super power. Now I got a dragon mod from the Philippines that's all stainless. That thing hits hard. It hits hard as a mofo. But it's dual 18650 in parallel. Not like the noisy cricket that's in series and will burn your face off if you build wrong. Let's go back to the Bellus and see if it's still vaping good. That's not bad. Is it the best flavor I've ever had from RTA? No. No. Not even close. But it's not bad. Oh, he just didn't know what he had. Well, that was mighty nice of you, Aries. You're like, dude, do you know how much this mod even cost? Maybe he won it or something. I mean, I don't know why he... This is the thing, Aries. If he was willing to sell it to you for 50 bucks, then he obviously didn't price those things out, or he didn't pay for it himself, because technically if you buy a purge mod, you know how much money you got in the thing, and you're not going to sell it for 50 bucks. You either A, won it, or B, somebody gave it to you. That's the only reason you wouldn't know how much it costs. Yeah, you're right, TC. I have one 2700 mech mod. Where's it at? I only have one because, you know, 2700 mechs are still kind of new on the market, so I don't even know where I put it. It's probably on my desk right in front of me. The XXX mech mod that takes 2700, I have it. It's a hybrid, and I don't know where it's at. And I have a 2700 battery fully charged right there. But I'd have to make sure, like, let's check the Apocalypse. Does it have a protruding 510 pin? It does. Wow, look at that. Let's take a look at that. That protrudes quite far. So anytime you're looking to do a hybrid mech mod, wow, why will this not focus? What the heck's with the focus, man? There we go. That sticks out pretty darn far right there. So for a clone, that's not bad for them to put that out that far. Where is that mech mod at? Now y'all got me wondering where it's at. It's not where I usually keep stuff like that. Oh, it's behind me. Well, there's all my hybrids and mech mods, and whoa, not all of them, but that one's got such a strong magnet it's pulling everything down off my shelf. There we go. So here's the hybrid that I got from JH Vapes, and it has the Goon 1.5 on top of it. Magnet on it because it's sticking, Kenthal sticking to it. Nice button on this also. Feels a little spongy, but it's got a good throw to it. I think this don't have a battery in it. I'm pretty sure it don't have a battery in it. Yep, no battery. Let's try that Apocalypse with this RDA. This is not going to match worth a damn. That thing is beautiful. Which one, Mitch? Oh, that one I got from JH. You know, these are not expensive. These are like 59 bucks at Health Cabin, and I've seen other companies selling them now. This is called the what is it? The Proud, I can't think of the name of it now. The Heritage? I can't remember the name of it. It's something like that. Let's see if we can get a 2700 battery in this all copper deal here. See, I don't like the fact that it holds a 2700, but it's got a gap. No matter what you do, it's going to have a gap. Ooh, that is firing something serious right there. Yeah, I think it's called the Heritage. I could be wrong. Damn, that hits hard. Woo! Let me see if it's let me see if I can find it. I typed in the wrong web address. There we go. Take me there. No, it's not the Heritage. Damn. I wish it brought up previous searches because it would come right up. Oh wait, I found it. The Honor. The Honor. Here, I'll give you all a link right to it. How about that? There's a link straight to them. Let's see what they cost now. $59.95. And they come in black, blue, that yellow-green color and then a reddish-orange color, it looks like, the Honor. And that one's 18650. It is called the Honor, Smokejoy Honor Resin Mod. So, like I said, I know they're on Health Cabin, but you can find it somewhere else if you want to look around. But that is definitely a hybrid mod. Be aware if you buy that, it is a hybrid, so you got to make sure you use hybrid safe addies on top of it. This one fits great. Well, I mean, this, I didn't. Now I'm using the XXX thingamajigger. Wow, that's firing really good though. Vapors cloud. $26,650s. Oh, my son's calling me. Really? Okay. Well, 26,650s. I don't know why they're saying they're not good for vaping. I mean, there's some decent 26,650s out there. I use 26,650s usually in a regulated device. Now I have that big staff of Agamemnon that takes, I know the Osiris, those were some nice, beautiful mods. Beautiful mods. I should have got in on one while I had the chance, and I kept putting it off, and now it's like, can't really get one now, so. Why did these said they were 510 drip tip adapters, drip tips, and they're not. They do not fit. I don't like that. Not that they were expensive. They were like dirt cheap, 69 cents or something, but I'm going to have to modify them to make them work. Right, they're not making them anymore. You're right, Aries. The only other dripper I got to build is that glass one. We're going to have to throw some standard old coils in it too because I don't have anything else. I don't have any more wire to make coils with, so we'll have to do it that way. And I got less than half an hour to do it in, so I guess I better get started if I'm going to get it done. So this is the Kryten, Cyclone Kryten atomizer. This is in silver. I don't know why it shows up gold one way. Oh, that's my light, I guess. It's silver. Or just plain glass, or whatever you want to call it. It comes with your Purity Blue screwdriver, a couple of janky coils. I mean, look how janky them are. And then glass. Every time I've had a glass RDA, this has got so good a flavor. Just because it's glass. So we'll have to see how good this one works. I don't think these are spring loaded, so. Oh, where'd I drop all my screwdrivers at? I'm so good at that. Here's a flathead. Will that work? Yeah, that'll work. It's an interesting build deck it has. Not really wide. They're not really wide, so hopefully the fused Clapton will fit in there. Hopefully. Tricores. Good luck on the spitback. I'm hoping it doesn't do that, Stu. That would suck. Spitback can be contained if you build it just right. y'all are serious. Y'all are. Oh my goodness. Alright. Where's my goggles at? Alright. Let's see if I can get these to fit in here. Oh, these are reverse again. I'm gonna have to do something completely different here. Okay, this one and this one for this side. That ought to be good. I can't tighten it down. Jeez, man. Why do they make stuff so hard on me? They don't give you a lot of room in here, that's for sure. Alright, I don't want them to go in too far because I'm going to have to do some adjustments on these. Alright, let's see if we can get all the spares cut off. Looks pretty good. Just trying to center up the coil a little bit. Where's the airflow going to be at? Way down there? Look at that. Airflow's way down there. I'm going to have to lower these down, which is kind of impossible to do because my... That sucks. Not going to be able to keep them even if I do that. Same thing, 0.10. See if we can get them firing correctly. There we go. Let's double check the tightness on here. Well, they stay clamped down pretty good. Now getting wick in here is going to be difficult because they're kind of low. These coils, I got them really low in between this groove here because that's where the airflow is. But that's design. I can't do nothing about that. We got some more 2.5 coils, so I got to cut these kind of small. There we go. I peeled that first layer way too thick. Let's add that back in there. No. It's just caught on a hump. I guess I'm going to have to come back out. That hump right there has got it. There we go. Hump's gone. Well, it was. Got you. Takes care of one side. And there goes the coil. It's fine, Aries. There we go. Well, now I can't vape the same juice. I got to find another juice to put on here. I like the way it tucks in behind part of the dripper though. The metal kind of surrounds the wick here. I'm almost surprised to even be able to get the wick in there because I got these coils down so low. It's catching. Get past there. There you go. Boom, got it passed. Now we need juice. Let's try something different. This is Boardwalk by We Out Here Though. We Out Here Though. Boardwalk. We Out Here Though. This is not the Apocalypse. This is called the Kryten. K-R-Y-T-E-N. Just a cheap Chinese glass RDA. We're going to see how well this thing vapes. I've always liked glass RDAs. They seem to be seem to vape pretty good just because it's glass. It's got a decently deep juice well. .14 showing right now. This side's firing a little slower than the other side. I don't like that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All it takes is a little touch, a little tender loving care. This thing ought to fog up really fast as soon as I hit it because it's glass, so you're going to be able to see it. Now, is this one hybrid safe? I don't know. We're going to find out. No, this one I would not. This, you see that 510 doesn't stick out that far. This is what I would consider not hybrid safe. So I would not do that on this. Let's take and throw it on top of the Minikin V2. Boom, there we go. Airflow going right at the coil, both sides. I like to see those too. Oh, the fishbone. Those are good, Jay Gary. I got a fishbone here somewhere. That's my problem. I use them and then I put them off to the side and I can't find the darn thing. Whew. That's a weird tasting juice, but I'm getting full flavor. I don't know if y'all can, let's see. You can see every bit of vapor inside there, which is pretty cool. Woo! And you have no question, when you drip into this, you know exactly where it's at because you can see everything. The grass, oh my gosh. The glass gets a little warm, a little bit warm, but not too hot. Not too hot for the mouth. But there's absolutely zero spit back. I got no juice spitting in my mouth or anything like that. We're at 0.15 vaping at 75 watts right now. Let me put a little more juice in there, which I can see and I can hit my coils directly, which is pretty cool. I like that. Boom. Juiced up. Amanda's are trouble. I don't know where I put my Phillips screwdriver, but I put it somewhere. I'm gonna stay until about 7, then I'm gonna roll out. You just made it home? Good Lord. Not bad. Where'd my fireworks go? Oh, it's right here. Damn, they nailed Bomb Pop. They nailed Bomb Pop just all day long. That fireworks from Cloud9, if you like Bomb Pop, you'll like that one. Now, the Bomb Pop that Thuggin makes, I don't care for at all. Matter of fact, there it is right there. It's called Bombastic. I didn't care for this one. This is what a Bomb Pop looks like, for those wondering. This is Mr. Bombastic. It just does not taste like a Bomb Pop to me. It tastes like, I don't know what the hell it tastes like, actually. It's like, okay. Commence the drinking. Dripping down the inside of is the easiest way to win. There you go. Yeah, this one, you don't have to pop the top cap off the drip into there. Not at all. I mean, there's plenty of room in that top. I mean, you can see everything. So this would be an RDA that you can, like, show off your coils and be like, hey, check out my coils, because you don't have to pop the top off. Hey, look at them. Look. It's that simple. You can see every bit of vapor coming out of this. I'm going to hit the button and let off and see if you can see the vapor stop going out. That's pretty cool. Because if you don't vape like that, then you have a, you'll have vapor still sitting inside the cap and it kind of condensates on the side. If you let off your fire button and continue to vape, you get all that spare vapor that's trapped in there. See, if I just vape it normal, you still got all that left over. So if you let off the fire button and continue to vape, it'll pull all that out of there. Unless you have some coils that vaporize way after you let off, like some really low ohm coils, they'll do that. See, that pretty much got everything out of there then. Oh, that drink is gone. You think Munchie's computer exploded? It may have, Aries. I don't know. Oh, man. All right, I'm done. I thought I was going to stay until 7, but I think I'm done. This magnet is strong on this mod. It's holding a 26650 on there. That one's really pretty. I like the way it looks. Not the best vape in the world, but it's still a not pretty mod. I like that. Throwing trash out of the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be vaping for the rest of this week. I'll be vaping the Ohmec, the Bellus V2, the Apocalypse, and the Kryten, and see how good they are, and then I'll give y'all more thoughts on it by Friday, hopefully. I still think the Ohmec needs a little less cotton, just a little less, but it's right at it. I mean, it's right at it, and I'm gonna have to vape it down a little bit before I can open it, or I'll spill juice everywhere. Thanks, Milo. But I appreciate all y'all coming out, and I believe JH Reviews is going to come on right after me, so if y'all looking for a show to check out, go check out his show. Just look up JH Reviews on YouTube. He'll be over there. And I will catch you guys Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and thanks for all the UK folks that came over. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.